Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mercedes. In today's video, I have swatches to share with you for polish pickup for the month. I do this all the time. We're in October, so this is for the month of November. I don't know why I can never get that right. So polish pickup, polishes, and non-polish items for the month of November. If you're not familiar with what Polish Pickup is, it's a monthly collab between indie makers or independent brand makers. They get together and they create limited edition items, nail polish, cuticle oils, lotions, apparel, all within a common theme. So every month the theme is different. What is this month's theme? This month's theme is fairy tales and folklore. So again, these items are limited edition. Some come with caps, meaning that only a certain amount of items are made, and once they sell out, that is it. You can no longer get them. Sometimes you may get lucky and they may add in additional items if they sell out on the capped number. A good way to keep track of this is through their Facebook page. But this doesn't happen all of the time. Another good way just to keep tabs on if an item is getting close to the capped number is also through the Facebook fan page. It'll literally list the brands and how many items are left of that polish or that item. This is a pre-order, so you order your polishes for November and they'll ship out within 3 to 4 weeks. So you should get them at the end of the month or in the beginning of the following month. Before we go on, if you haven't already subscribed, I hope that you do. I upload videos with live swatches and I love talking about all things nails and nail polish. I have a lot of items to share with you guys. I think this is probably the most amount of items for polish pickup so far that I'm going to be sharing with you. So it's going to be a long one. So grab a snack, get a drink, get cozy and comfy because we're gonna get into it. So with that being said, let's get into the swatches.
First up, we have Cattail, and this is Candied Fairies. It's priced at $12 and capped at 250 bottles. The description on the Polish Pickup website, is the cutest, but in short, it is what the maker imagines a concentrated fairy looks like, and I cannot agree anymore. It's described as a purple polish that has shimmers of pink, purple, and blue. It has shifty purple flakes with flashes of silver, pink, and green, and it also glows in the dark. And you'll see pictures a little bit later, but this builds up beautifully in just 2 coats. I was a little surprised too, because with such light colors, like this one, it just takes a little bit to build up that shade, but on that second coat it built up wonderfully. I think if you have long nails, 3 coats is going to do it for you, and you might see a little bit of nail line just because of how light the color is. You're literally going to look like you have a fairy pooped on your nails. That is what this is going to look like on your nails. And if you have a little bit of nail line, I think that's okay. I think it's gonna look very pretty either way. The flakies in this polish are absolutely stunning. I love the shiftiness of them. They bring a little bit of color and shift to the polish. They add dimension. And something about this polish really gives it the juicy plump factor as well. Nothing's really going to dry down textured or anything like that. A nice glossy top coat is going to smooth everything out, and you're going to get a pretty glow. You're going to get a pretty sparkle and twinkle on the nails. Here it is in 2 coats with glow in the dark. Don't hate me, don't judge me. I am still trying to get my groove with these glow-in-the-dark photos and videos, but it is a beautiful purple blue when it's glowing in the dark, which is another nice little touch. So you have fairy poop on your nails, and then you can still see them in the dark. It's a very pretty polish. Pictured are 2 coats of Cattail Candied Fairies with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have Cadillacquer, and this is Kiss Me. It's priced at $13.50, and there is a cap of 630 bottles. This one is inspired by the frog prints, and it's described as a green to teal to blue to purple to magenta. I know it's a lot. Multi-chrome base with a gold magnetic pull. And oh my goodness, how stunning is this one? Now, when I originally swatched this, I didn't realize it was magnetic. So you're going to see that towards the end, me swatching it without a magnet. This built up wonderfully in just 2 coats. That gold's magnetic pull is super, super strong. And all of those gorgeous shifts. You can see that beautiful purple. You can see the teal. Oh my goodness. And I think my favorite part of this is that gold magnetic pull. And I'm surprising myself, okay? Because I'm not the biggest magnetic fan. But that gold pull with all the other wonderful shimmery shiftiness of that multi-chrome base, it looks rose gold to me. And I personally like rose gold. I like to wear rose gold too. But this one magnetized looks so fun. It's like a party on your nails. So here is some footage of it not magnetized. You can really see a lot of the purple multi-chrome base underneath, and at certain angles you almost get like a gunmetal sort of like feel to it. It is beautiful either way. They look like 2 completely different polishes, but not like totally different, if that makes any sense. Like, you still get that feel of the multi-chrome when it's not magnetized, but with the magnetic pull, or with it magnetized, you just get a rainbow of colors on the nails. So it's beautiful either way. Pictured are 2 coats of Cadillacquer Kiss Me with a glossy top coat. Next up is Cuticula, and this is Cold Hearted. It's priced at $14 and there is no cap. And this one is inspired by the Snow Queen. Cold Hearted is a subtle mint base with strong, large particle, pink, green, gold shifting shimmer, and silver holographic flakes. I didn't realize that this had holographic flakies in it. I think the large particle shimmer really takes the show, like it's the main event in this polish. And I love large particle shimmer now. I've been really, really loving it lately. This color definitely looks like the Snow Queen. I mean, look at it. It's like icy sparkliness on the nail. That beautiful pink shift is stunning. I think long or short nails, 2 to 3 coats is going to do it for you. I think if you have much longer nails, you're still going to see a little bit of nail line just because of how light this color is. I mean, you could potentially use a blurring base coat to blur out any nail line, but because of how light this is, I think you'll see a little bit of nail line. But nonetheless, the color is gorgeous and the shifts are amazing. You can really see the gold shift. You can see some of that pink peeking through. It is so pretty, and you can definitely see the green. Not as prominently as the pink or the gold, but just enough to give it a little something there. It's gorgeous. Pictured are 2 coats of Cuticula Cold Hearted with a glossy top coat. Here we have Dawn Polish, and this is If It Fits, I Slip. It's priced at $13 and capped at 600 bottles. And this one is inspired by Cinderella's glass slipper, and I feel like you can't get any more spot on. It is described as an aqua blurple shifting shimmer with ultra holographic blue and silver glitters with silver reflective glitters. Dawn Polish makes amazing like polishes that have so many different components in them. Now, for this to have reflective glitter, I found it not to be as thick as you would think. It applied wonderfully in just 2 coats. I think long or short nails, it's going to depend on your preference whether or not you go in for a 3rd coat. I felt like I was okay with just 2 coats. The glow is just something else. Like, the glow is something else. And it's just, I don't even know how to describe how like magical this looks. Like, it really does look like Cinderella's glass slipper. It is so sparkly and so twinkly. The glow is just so unreal. It is a very, very beautiful polish. I am going to show you it with flash so you can see some of the reflective glitter. I usually don't like to show this just because your nails aren't always going to look like this unless you directly have like flash over it. I personally love reflective glitter, and I love it because of how sparkly it is no matter what type of lighting you're in. But it is beautiful. This one's pretty, guys. Like, I don't like to be an enabler, but I'm gonna be an enabler because this is just so pretty. Pictured are and because it has reflective glitter in it and all of these other beautiful glitters, it is going to dry down a little bit textured, so you're going to want to use a smoothing, a glitter smoother on like first, and then use your glossy top coat over it to give it that nice plump juicy effect. But pictured are 2 coats of Dawn polish. If it fits, I slip with a glossy top coat. Here we have Garden Path Lacquers, and this is I Forgive You. It's priced at $13.25 and does not have a cap. It is inspired by the maker's favorite and most underrated character from The Last Unicorn, Molly Grew. And it's described as a brown jelly base filled with rose gold holographic micro glitter and bright blue aurora shimmer. I feel like I have not seen a polish quite like this one. Again, with another beautiful glowy polish. I think it's a mixture of the like holographic micro glitter and the aurora shimmer that just make this so different, so much different than I've seen before. It built up beautifully in 2 coats for me. I ended up going in with a 3rd thin coat just to see how it would look. And it just built up more like vibrancy. I don't think it did too much for me. It definitely made it a little bit more opaque, but I think I would have been fine on my short nails with 2 coats. I think if you have longer nails, like going in for 3 is going to be better for you. But it's something else. Like, oh my gosh, this month is tough, guys. This month is going to be a tough one. But the glow is absolutely stunning. The holographic micro glitter in this is so dang on stinking pretty. Like, I am running out of words to describe how beautiful some of these polishes really are. And I would consider this like a nude for me. Not a nude, but a nude specifically just for me, because I'm not like a huge fan of these cream nudes. Like, if I'm looking for a palette cleanser, I want it to be in the line of like, you know, your nude shades, like skin color shades. But I'm looking for something that has maybe a little bit of holographic glitter, maybe something that has some like other types of like reflective glitter, some other component in it, right? And this one is it for me. So if I am like, oh, I'm so tired of wearing like my bright colors or dark colors and I want something like cleansing, like this is gonna be cleansing for me. It's so beautiful, and I feel like I can't find the right word to describe this, because it is so glowy. And I think the mixture of this rose gold like holographic micro glitter and that aurora shimmer, both of those coming together with this beautiful base, like that light brown base, just make this something very special. It is a very beautiful polish. Pictured are 3 coats of Garden Path Lacquers I Forgive You with a glossy top coat. Here we have Glisten Glow, and this is Mistress of All Evil, and it's priced at $13 and there is no cap. It's inspired by Sleeping Beauty's villain, Maleficent, and when she transforms into a dragon specifically. So it's described as a smoky dark purple base loaded with color shifting shimmers that shift green, purple, and pink. And I feel like when Glisten Glow commits to a shifty polish, they commit to a shifty polish, because let me tell you, this is gorgeous and you don't really have to do much to see the beautiful shift. Now, you looking down, you're like, it doesn't look like anything crazy, right? You're just looking straight down. But when you have this polish on your nails, first of all, can we talk about the formula? Because that is just 2 coats. Long, short nails, 2 is fine. But when you are doing normal things in your life with your hands, these shifts are going to pop. The purple shift in this is just stunning. You can see a little bit of the pink at certain angles. I love when shifty polishes have that dark perimeter around the nail and you can see the other colors popping from within. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. This is going to be a great polish if you want to wear something in the winter that has a little bit of color, something where you want to have a little bit of fun with color, but not anything too crazy. it's gorgeous. Pictured are 2 coats of Glisten Glow, Mistress of All Evil, with a glossy top coat. Glisten Glow is also bringing us their cuticle remover and their cuticle oil. So this will be sold as a duo, and you'll see the oil in just a little bit. Now the cuticle remover this month is non-scented. They do have other removers that are scented. I personally enjoyed the unscented version much better than when I've tried the scented versions of the cuticle remover. I don't know, I love my scented cuticle oils, but something about a cuticle remover, I just prefer it not to be scented. I've used cuticle remover from Glisten Glow multiple times, whether I've received them in PR or I've purchased independently, and they do a fantastic job. I'm not really like precise when I put on my cuticle remover. I kind of like to have it not just along like the actual like cuticle area. I like to bring it up towards the sides to help just remove any dead skin that I may have. I mean, may not be the best thing, but this is how I clean up my cuticle area. So I just push them back gently. You let it sit for a couple of minutes. Push your cuticles back gently. I use a sharper side to remove any dead skin. Wash your hands, and then boom, here you go. Now the cuticle oil, I love how it comes in a twist up pen style applicator. So both of them will be a twist up pen style, which is very, very convenient. And the oil is scented in Harvest, and it's a spicy cinnamon blended with sweet vanilla and baked apple. This reminds me of like the gum Big Red mixed with like the Christmas aisle. Like if you walk down a Christmas aisle and you smell Big Red, the chewing gum, this is what you're gonna smell. And I must say, from experience using these cuticle oils, that scent lasts. Let me tell you, that scent is going to linger on your nails. So if you are thinking about picking up this cuticle oil, just remember that Harvest scent, that spicy cinnamon blend. You're going to smell it throughout the day. Like obviously if you're washing your hands and stuff like that, the scent is gonna eventually die down, but it's still pretty strong. So if you're interested in picking up the oil and the remover, they will be paired as a duo for $12.50, and there will be no cap. Next up, we have Jior Courture, and this is Crick Crack, and it's priced at $13.50 and does not have a cap. And just the inspo behind this is that in Haiti, when Haitians tell the story of folklore, they call out Crick, and then the eager listeners answer with crack, which is a pretty, like, I love that. I love the story behind this polish. This one is described as a red, copper, green, gold metallic with hollow turquoise micro glitter. Whew, this like Jior Courture, like they are amazing when it comes to thermals and when it comes to magnetic polishes. Like they are on it. They win every time. This magnetic pull is absolutely stunning. That beautiful like copperish pull, but those fun like micro glitters. Oh my goodness, like what a stunning polish. It is so different. I've never seen a polish quite like this one either. I'm telling you, like it takes a lot for me to be like, oh wow, like this polish is so different, because I've seen a lot, I've worn a lot, I own a lot. And this one is definitely different. 2 coats was perfect for me. Sometimes when you wear magnetic polishes, the pull from the magnetic can pull the pigment away from your nail bed, and you may need an additional coat. But this one was just perfect. I think long or short nails, I think 2 coats is going to be fine for you. Pictured are 2 coats of Jior Courture Crick Crack with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have Jen&Berries, and this is Off the Hookah. It's priced at $13.50 and capped at 400 bottles. And it's inspired by the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland, which is super cute. It's described as a Prussian blue, small particle linear holographic with a subtle silver to aqua shifting shimmer, gunmetal microflakes, and holographic flakies. This one built up beautifully in just 2 coats. I think long or short nails, 2 coats is going to be perfect for you. I usually go in heavy with my coats, and for this polish, for whatever reason, I don't know why. Well, actually, no, I do know why. I've been a little bit better about my coats and being a little bit more mindful of application. But regardless, 2 coats, no matter what your nail length, I think is going to work for you. This polish is so vibrant, so bright, but still, I think anyways, appropriate for the winter time. Like, this is definitely a January polish. This is screaming January for me. I love to wear a lot of blues and grays closer to like the January month. When I think of January, I think of the color blue on my nails, and I had to show you in a different angle because it's just so gorgeous, so sparkly. I love the holographic flakies in here. I personally love holographic flakies, so I just had to give it a shout out. But gorgeous polish. Pictured are 2 coats of Jen&Berries off the hookah with a glossy top coat. And moving on to the lovely polished for days, and this is the Wanderer, priced at $13.50, and it does not have a cap. It's inspired by an enchanted forest, and it's a bright red glowing base with glowing orange yellow large particle metallic shimmer. And oh my goodness, if you love red polishes, you're going to love this one. I personally, like, one of my all-time favorite cream reds is Hey Sailor from China Glaze, because it leans a little more orange. I love orange leaning reds. I think they look so good on me. Oh my goodness, like, I don't know why I'm whispering. It's because this is just so beautiful. Like, 2 coats, I think whether or not you have long or short nails is going to be okay for you. The glow factor is out of this world. All of these, not all of these, but a lot of these polishes, the glow factor is just incredible. This is going to be beautiful for like Valentine's Day, the month of February. I'm a seasonal polish wearer, so I'm always, when I look at a polish, I think of, okay, what season, what month can I wear this in? And Polish for Days can do no wrong with their formula. I own a lot of Polished for Days, and that is because I was so in love, or I still am in love with their formula, with their polishes. So even before I received PR, I was definitely a big fan, and I still am a big fan of their polishes, formula. They're just an amazing brand overall. But this is a gorgeous red polish that, I'm sorry, I'm enabling again, but I can't. It's beautiful. Pictured are 2 coats of Polish for Days, the Wanderer with a glossy top coat. Here we have red Eyed Lacquer, and this is Lost City. It's priced at $12.50 and capped at $300, and it's inspired 300 bottles. It's inspired by Atlantis. It's a dusty steel blue crelly with gold green shifting shimmer. Oh, this one is so pretty too. This one caught me off guard. I didn't realize, after the first coat, I'm like, oh wow, this is going to be a little bit more sheer than I thought or than I anticipated. But when I went in for that second coat, I was like, whoa, this built up beautifully. Now, I think if you have long nails, you're probably going to want to do 3 coats. And maybe you might see a little bit of nail line. It's hard to tell because my nails are a little bit shorter, but I think 3 coats is going to be okay for you. You can't see any of my little bit of nail line that I do have with this, just 2 coats of this. But this polish is gorgeous. I'm not really the biggest fan of gold shifting shimmer, unless it has a really good, pretty base. And I don't know, for whatever it is, this polish, even though it does have a heaping amount of that shifting shimmer, the gold, I think because it also has green shifting shimmer in there, it's kind of making me gravitate towards liking this a little bit more. I thought the formula was fantastic. Again, I built it up perfectly in just 2 coats, and I've seen actually other people's swatch photos with longer nails, and it doesn't look like any nail line is showing for them. So I think long nails, if you really do love this shade, you're going to be fine with 2 to 3 coats. Pictured are 2 coats of red Eyed Lacquer Lost City with a glossy top coat. Eyed Lacquer is also bringing us their Da-Balm-er, and this one is in Lost City, and I love how the name matches the polish so that you'll remember, you'll remember if you bought the polish that they were together in the same month. But anyways, it's priced at $9 and it's capped at 100 bottles, 100 little buckets. Or containers. So it is inspired by Atlantis, and it's a blend of pineapple, vanilla, peaches, bananas, sweet coconut milk, fresh sea spray, green cactus, sea moss, and warm driftwood. And this smells amazing. Oh my goodness. It is like a warm tropical scent, which I'm not really good at describing scents, sorry guys, but it does smell really, really good. It's not any type of headache inducer type of scent. I've used the Da-Balm-er in the past, and it does an amazing job at moisturizing your cuticles and your nails, and sometimes I'll even use it on certain dry patches on my hands as well. But it doesn't really, I put a lot on here so I look a little greasy, but honestly, it doesn't give you that slippery, greasy effect. It really does soak into the nails. It has a lot of amazing ingredients, so you have mango butter, cocoa butter, you have shea butter, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba oil, which is an amazing oil, one of my favorite oils. And it is skin safe. It's a skin safe fragrance, so just an FYI. But you can use this to massage it into your elbows as well, anywhere where you need a little bit of moisture, and I've definitely done that in the past. Wonderful scent, great product. A little bit goes a long way. So if you're looking for something to really give your dry patches, dry cuticles or dry patches some quench, you have to try the Da-Balm-er by Eyed Lacquer. Here we have Rogue Lacquer, and this is Supernatural Roguery. It's priced at $13 and there is no cap. And it is inspired by Morgan Le Fay, which is a powerful and ambiguous enchantress from the legend of King Arthur. It is a beautiful deep blackberry base with a sprinkling of magenta orange flakes, a dash of hollow flakes, and an intense shimmer showing off a red and gold aurora glow. Oh man, this is a gorgeous one. If you love purple polishes, you're going to love this one. This one built up wonderfully in just 2 coats. Long, short nails, 2 coats is just going to be perfect. You're not going to need any more than that. The amount of beautiful hollow flakes, it distributes perfectly along your nail bed. I love how that red orangey gold glow really plays off of this deep base. It gives it a little bit of daylight in a dark sky, even though it's not super dark, but I think if you know what I mean, right? You have this beautiful dark base, but then you have lighter components that peek through. It's gorgeous. This is a beautiful, beautiful shade. And it's hard. This month is going to be hard, guys. This is another tough month. Pictured are 2 coats of Rogue Lacquer Supernatural Roguery with a glossy top coat. Next up is Sweet and Sour Lacquer, and this is Weeping Woman. It's priced at $13.50 and capped at 500 bottles. It's inspired by the tale of La Llorona. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right or not, but Weeping Woman is a smoky iron blue jelly base loaded with a red, black multi-chrome shift. So you'll see some gold and some green shifts that could appear at extreme angles, and it has a medium particle green shimmer. Formula for this was beautiful. 2 easy coats, long or short nails. I think it's going to depend on your preference. I mean, I built up perfect opacity in just 2 coats. I think if you have longer nails, maybe you want to do 3 thin coats. I really don't think you're going to see any nail line though, either way. The shifts are stunning. I really, really love the reddish tone, that reddish brownish tone along the sides of my nails. I love that look when it comes to shifty polishes. It is such a dark color, but still has some beautiful light shifts within it. Sometimes with really dark shades, you lose those beautiful shifts, but for this one, I feel like you can definitely still see it. And I know I'm doing the most for you guys right now, but in real life, you're not gonna need to do the most to see the shifts. Like they're gonna be there. Like you're still gonna see them. Maybe not as shifty as like a polish that has a million different color shifts in it, but you will still see the shifts. It's a beautiful polish. Pictured are 2 coats of Sweet and Sour Lacquer Weeping Woman with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have the beautiful Vapid, and this is the 7 Ravens. It's priced at $13 and capped at 320 bottles, and it's inspired by the grim fairy tale of the 7 Ravens. So I guess this is a twisted tale of 7 brothers, their long-awaited sister, terrible parents, and then some strange dark twists, which I have to read up on this because I'm not familiar with this tale, but it is described as an opalescent magnetic with blue-purple pastel base and a pinky gold metallic flash. Now the magnetic pull isn't very strong. It's not very strong at all, but this has some topper capability. This definitely has topper capability, and even though the magnetic pull isn't super strong, it still gives it a little bit of like a different type of look. Like, can you see that glow? I couldn't stop. Like, could you see that glow? Because I could see that glow. It gives it like this cool, almost ethereal-ish kind of vibe. I think it looks great. I think if you aren't the biggest fan of magnetic polishes, you might, like, honestly, you probably don't even need to magnetize this one. I think it's beautiful even without it being magnetized because it has that beautiful opalescent like base. It's a gorgeous color, and the magnetic pull just really accentuates the glow even further. Pictured are 2 coats of the 7 Ravens with the glossy top coats. Vapid Lacquer is bringing us their nail elixir, and this is in Mischievous Fey Folk. It's priced at $12 and capped at 300 bottles. It's inspired by the Fae and all the winged and chaotic antics they get up to. The scent is described as a sweet sugar cookie scent, heavy on the cookie and sugary frosted fantasies. Lots of great ingredients in here: macadamia oil, vitamin E oil. You have your jojoba oil, sweet almond oil. Lots of amazing ingredients to hydrate your cuticles and your nails. And let me tell you, this scent, oh my goodness, like, it is like a gourmand vanilla-y scent. Like, I know it says sugar cookies, but like I get a beautiful, like, oh my gosh, like I am so in love with this scent, and I'm literally gonna go through this bottle like so fast. I'm probably gonna order a backup of this scent because I love it so much. If you love vanilla scents, if you love gourmand scents, you are going to be obsessed with this scent specifically. The moisture effect, the actual like product, does an amazing job of hydrating your cuticles. I keep these all around everywhere. I have it at work, I have it in my purse, I have it on my nail desk. Like, it really does an amazing job at hydrating your nails and your cuticles, and you don't get that nasty greasy effect afterwards. So I'm definitely getting a backup of this nail elixir. I am in love with the scent. And last but certainly not least is Zombie Claw, and this is Zombie Fairies, priced at $13.50 and capped at 300 bottles. It's inspired by zombie fairies, and it's a light grape base filled with electric lavender green blue shifting shimmer that glows in the dark, which I apologize, I don't know if I have any glow in the dark photos. I think I may have not realized it was glow in the dark when I swatched this, so I don't have it, but there are glow in the dark pictures up on the PPU website. This built up beautifully in 2 coats for me. I think long nails you might want to do 3 coats, but I kind of like that this has like this lavender-ish like pearlescent type of base. I'm usually not the fan for those types of polishes, but I think that beautiful like light grapey like lavender-ish kind of base with these like beautiful little flakies that are thrown in there, it's just different, right? It's just different, and I'm always looking for something different with my really large collection. I love how it's super icy. This is a beautiful winter polish. It's screaming like January to me. it's very pretty. Pictured are 2 coats of zombie fairies with a glossy top coat.
Okay, this was really tough for me. I could not narrow it down to choose 1 or even 2 polishes, even 3 polishes. So what I'm going to do is, I have, how many here? 5. I have 5 that really stood out to me that I want to mention. First one being Rogue Lacquer, and this one is Supernatural Roguery. Am I saying that right? I don't know. But I love, obviously, the hollow flakes. I love the vibrancy. I love the shade of purple, and I love the beautiful shifts. So you have that gold, you have that green. Oh, it is so, so pretty. The formula, absolutely amazing. I can see myself wearing this in the winter, and also maybe sometime in February. I like to do seasonal racks, and I do a seasonal rack for Halloween. I don't do the holidays like Christmas. I don't really like seasonal polishes for like Christmas time. It's just not like, I'm not really big on it. But I will do one for Valentine's Day, and I feel like this would be amazing in the month of February. The second one is from Cadillacquer, and this is Kiss Me. So when I got this polish, I didn't know that it was magnetic, even though it clearly says it right here. I didn't know it was magnetic. I swatched it and I'm like, oh my God, this is beautiful. The shifts are amazing. The formula is amazing. I'm like, what a pretty polish, and what a beautiful polish for the winter time. But after I sent in my swatch photos, the maker was like, oh, it's actually magnetic. And I'm like, oh, of course it is, because I don't know how to read. So I swatched it magnetic, and I'm like, wow, it's even more beautiful. And that's, like, if I'm going to pick up a magnetic polish, I want to make sure that it's going to look good, magnetized or not. So the fact that it looks beautiful either way really was a plus for me. The next one is from Polished for Days, and this is the Wanderer. I love my red polishes, and Polished for Days, you just can't go wrong with them. Like, no matter what polish I have gotten from them, whether it's PR or I've purchased, I've always been incredibly happy with the product, with the formula, the colors, everything is always beautiful, perfect. And this one is doing it. I love how bright it is. I love red polishes. I don't wear red enough, but I do love red polishes, and this is going to be perfect for the month of February. Next one is from Eyed Lacquer, and this is Lost City. So when I saw it in the bottle, I was like, oh, this is not really like my kind of color. I swatched it once and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be super sheer, like still not really for me. For the second coat, and I'm like, wait a minute, this built up beautifully, and this color looks even better on my nails than it does in the bottle. I love the color. It looks brighter on the nails, but not neon, and it's like brighter as like the color is more vibrant, and you can see the shifts even better when it's on the nail. So this one surprised me. This is one of those polishes where it's like, don't judge a polish color by its bottle. Definitely one of those. And the last one that stood out was from Garden Path Lacquers, and this is I Forgive You. This is so ethereal, right? It's so glowy. The glitters in here, the micro glitters, are just stunning. I love the shade. I know I've probably said this before, but I don't really care for plain nude polishes, nude creams. It doesn't do it for me. But if you give me a nude that has glitter, that has flakies, that has something fun in it, I'm going to love it. And this one is that kind of nude. This is going to be beautiful on the toes. This is going to be beautiful on the nails. It's a perfect polish for all year round. The formula is amazing, and I just can't get enough of that beautiful glow. All right, guys, that is all that I have for you. I told you it was a lot. Let me know what you're planning on wish listing. Wish listing is going to go up Sunday before, oh, I forgot to mention, polish pickup, if you don't know, will open the first Friday of every month. So wish listing for the website will always be the first Sunday, like that Sunday of that week. Let me know if you plan on wish listing or picking up any of these items that I swatched or mentioned, or if there's other polishes that you have in mind that you want to add to your wish list or want to get. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.